My children arrived home from their father's house Sunday night, and my living room exploded. They were home for exactly 60 seconds, and it looked like the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse had ridden their fiery steeds through my front door. Mom, look at my new shoes. Look at my paper airplane. I made it all by myself. Watch, 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 watch how it flies. Book bags, homemade bird feeders, candy wrappers. Look at my new hat, Mom. Look at what Daddy gave us. 4-foot-tall stuffed teddy bears. Their coats abandoned on the floor. By the time their father left, and I shut the front door and turned back around, my sons had run off to other adventures, and I was surrounded by piles of shrapnel. Sound familiar? But I've been told by many well-meaning folks to count my blessings. My friend Lori reminded me of this. She even had the self-righteous gall to add, how I miss stepping over piles of basketball shoes in my laundry room. Really? Count your blessings, they grow up so fast. I've noticed that this comment is usually followed by, just wait, it'll get worse. Sort of cosmic comeuppance. Well, I'd be happy to count my blessings if they would stand still long enough to brush their teeth. Frankly, right now, I just like to get the carpets cleaned. I have 2 beautiful sons. They are clever and loving and kind to others. They are sensitive to criticism, and they have big dreams. And growing up is hard. Max is now 11 in 5th grade. Those of you with current or past 5th graders understand. 5th grade should come with parental warnings. Warning, your child is undergoing hormonal changes that he or she will not understand. Buy deodorant now. Warning, your child will now question your ideas about what's cool. Skinny jeans? Skateboarding shoes? Flat-billed hats? Go ahead, pick up that extra bottle of wine. Warning, 2 to 3 hours of homework is on the way. Cancel those karate classes now and buy extra boxes of Kleenex. You'll both need them. And more wine. The beginning of this school year came as an unadulterated slap in the face for both him and me. 4th grade was a seductress of no homework and no problems. We had just finished a sublime summer vacation of swimming and biking and swimming and not doing schoolwork. And then 5th grade came to visit like an uninvited house guest. And Max struggled with adjusting to 5th grade, with 5th grade homework that should take 50 minutes, and if it doesn't, come see us. Homework that was taking us 2 to 3 hours every night, that was taking over our lives. He struggled with the painful knowledge that some kids could finish before him, and with the fact that his little brother was already outside playing, struggled with the joyful shouts and laughter coming from our yard that he was missing out on. And there were tears. Growing up is hard, and this mommy's heart was breaking. And one morning, I broke down and cried in the shower, hot, angry tears, because my buddy was hurting and I didn't know how to fix it. Because I'm a teacher and I should have known this was coming. And I prayed, please God, guide my hands as I write an email to his team of teachers. And that day I went to work. and I yelled at our school secretary, who had nothing to do with my frustration. But hell, she was in the wrong place at the wrong time, telling me the wrong thing. You've been there. And I sniped at my first hour AP class. And right then, my ex-husband phoned to share that my youngest was sick and could I come right home? And there it was, a karmic slap in the face. God stood back and crossed his arms and reminded me that I had asked for help. And so I did what all mothers do. I scrambled. I jotted down some teaching instructions. I apologized to our secretary. Apologized because, oh yes, now I needed her help in finding a sub. And I came home to a little boy who wasn't sick at all, but he had a tummy ache because he was homesick. Because Daddy's house doesn't always feel like our house. And because first grade is pretty hard too. Growing pains. So there were tears and hugs, and both of us needed that. Because growing up is hard. And I sat down and I wrote that email, and my heart poured out of me. The boys are growing up. Some days I look at them and wonder where the time has gone. Sometimes I wonder, who are these strangers I'm feeding and clothing and sharing a home with? And other days I can still see my babies in there, just under the surface of that grin and that wicked laughter, in a cry. I'd like to tell you that I was heard, that my email was well received. But life doesn't always give you easy answers. Clean carpets, or clear paths through your living room. And some days, I can see that the mountains of teddy bears, homemade bird feeders, and textbooks add up to a whole lot more than just shrapnel littering my carpets. This mess, this is God's way of showing me a more genuine way to count my blessings.